Hello, Miriam. Miriam is a philosopher from Sweden.
Hello, Dyonne. And Dyonne is a healer from Holland. Right, and we're going to talk about personal development. Personal
Yes.
development. Yeah, what is that? What is it? What is the person part? What's a person and what's development and what are you developing? Like from a healer's perspective, what is personal development? What would you
What
say?
I believe to get the ball rolling, I think personal development um, is about both the psyche but also the spirit. Obviously, also the body, but for you and me, it's going to be probably mostly about the spirit and the psyche.
Mhm, mhm.
So I'm very curious what you will bring in from a philosopher's point of view.
Yeah.
And from a healer's point of view, it consists about working with the aura, about working with the subtle body. So
Oh,
yes,
interesting. Working with the subtle body and the
yes.
aura. Okay, explain please or
So
elaborate.
so most of us have consciousness that consists of what we see, what we feel, what we experience on a physical level. Like you're aware of your body, and if something were to change in your body, you would instantly be conscious of it, and you would relate to, let it say, be a pain or something. So yeah, we have to dive into the body, by the way, and not skip the body. It is a part of personal development. So for instance, very tangible topic here is if you were to exercise, you can exercise for improvement of physical skills. You can exercise as part of getting well after an accident, or you can exercise in terms of I want to accomplish something in with the Olympic Games, for instance.
Mhm, mhm.
But everything that happens around the body is very tangible, very visible, and we can talk about it. But the subtle body is invisible. And working with the invisible, but still in the space of the body, just a bit around the body. So, like from the body on till, yeah, even a meter distance from the body. That's where
Okay,
the healer focuses on.
wait. Okay, so first, right, yeah, yeah. So I see that the personhood includes the body, and then, but then you say immediately that something happens to the body, we're aware of it, and we're not really always because we can also sort of we can turn out to have had some disease that we weren't aware of.
Yes,
So there's
yes,
but yeah, like if we're in pain or if we there's an itch and things like that, we do notice that. And then you say, so it's so the aura, that's like the visible body, and then you say that there is an invisible body
yes.
outside of the body.
An energy field, sort of say.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. And you feel it when people come too close to you, not just in
Yes,
Corona times, but before as well. You were like, it's too close. You're intruding. Yeah, yeah.
yes. And it's funny that you give that example, because actually what happens then is that the auras already touch each other before you have physically touched someone.
Mm,
And that interferes. Like you literally say something's in your space or it isn't in your space.
yeah,
No, you say something is in your space, someone's too close. And what happens then is somebody overstepped your energetic boundary.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, totally. I have felt that, and I know what you mean. And but so with children and babies that you hold all the time. So what about you can still it's still possible to share aura, or I mean, does the aura sort of it's permeable and invisible and like I'm also sort of if I'm touching my computer like this, what's happening with my aura?
Well, your aura will still be there, but if you touch your computer, the object actually pierces through your energy. It's the same actually when rain falls out of the sky. The air is still there, but the rain still falls out of the sky, and well, actually, in a way, it splits the air.
Ah,
And so when something touches you, it also splits your aura. And with children, usually, and especially when it's your own, they are entangled. A child, well, it has an aura already when it's born, but it also needs to develop to become stronger. Yeah, it is actually like with gas or with air, that it can be more dense, or it can be more, or more fluid, or that there can be more molecules, and that it's how do you say, more spacious in a way. But with the aura, that would not be a good thing. If there's too much space, if it's too permeable, then usually that means you have health issues to look at. And to say it just as an umbrella topic, the healer works on what are the holes in the aura, what is wrong with that, what does the healer feel, where is the energy weak, and that's actually the entrance point to work with someone's health with, to see what improvement does it need, what is it lacking, where is it stressed, or what does the person need.
and so when you started by saying that in our physical body we notice when something's wrong, but in our aura we don't really notice, or wait, is that where you were going?
That's a good question. We do notice, but it
Healers do notice.
manifests.
Yeah, but healers do notice. Yeah.
Yes, healers notice more quickly. They can. It could be that they see it more visible, even in colors. They could be more, not per se clairvoyant, because that's a different story. That's a psychic ability. But they're more perceptive because they're more attuned to looking at an energy system. However, for a human being, for yourself, you can probably notice a difference, which manifests, as I said, when a person comes close to you, other than your child or your pet, and it's a new person or a stranger. Probably the better you feel, the better you are in a way capable of having somebody approach you, but also immediately sense if you want that person closer or not. You would be more aware of your personal boundaries in regards to the other person.
I have several things coming up now. So one is, so pets also have auras. Pets have energy fields.
Also have auras and chakras. Yes.
Yeah. And then with can you practice to become a healer, or are you just born a healer? I'm thinking about the color. I mean, artist type people can see, I've read somewhere, can see more colors than average, so that you're able to perceive this very subtle nuances of different shades of blue, green, or whatever, if you're an artist type person. But and then I doubt that you could learn to see these things. But can you learn to become a healer?
In a way, all true, and in a way, all not true. So let me dive in there. For me, I never see colors with people. If I work with people, for me, it's actually mostly that I feel the difference in my body and in the body from someone else. For instance, if there's tension, I could perceive to feel more tension in my own body, or things come up that I need to say. So for me, it's more auxiliary, that something comes up, and then I can say to the person, I don't know why, but I sense that you need to learn to play the guitar.
You say that? Really, that specific?
On occasion, that could be something comes up, or I would tread waters lightly and say, like, did you ever play the guitar? Or I start a conversation. That depends on the situation, but for you now, I want to make it clear in a split second how it works for me. So I never see colors. but for me it's usually body sensations and something that comes up that needs to be expressed
Yeah.
either during a treatment or after.
Yeah, I get that too. I remember 20 years ago, I met this guy who said that he was talking about some other guy, and he said that guy is afraid of me. And I'm like, really? How do you know? Because when I see him, I get afraid. So
Yeah,
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 he felt the fear, but he knew that he wasn't afraid. Like he didn't have the reasons for the fear. So he's like sensed the same feeling that the other person was sensing, but he could decipher whose feeling it was. And I think this is really interesting. Yeah, I
yeah.
also feel other people's feelings, and for a long time, like, I'm 41 now, so 41 years, 40 years. Um, I had huge problems discerning whose feeling I was feeling.
I can
Maybe
relate
not
to that.
years, but yeah, but it was really,
Yeah.
that was part of my personal development, I would say.
Yes, it
Yeah.
definitely is, and to answer your other question, can everybody be a healer?
Mm.
Uh, well, actually, we would need an extra session in a way to completely dive in, but yes, everybody could. Conditions are in a way actually only you would have to do the work yourself also, and I don't mean the work like you would have to visit the healer that to have it done on you, but personal development, as we stated in the beginning very quickly, consists of more levels, like working on the psyche, maybe therapy is necessary, psychology or psychotherapy. So when you're unbalanced, you would have to sort that out first.
Yeah, exactly. I'm yeah. So yeah, like personal development, we're now diving into the healer's perspective, and we're talking about seeing energy fields, and yeah, exactly. And what can everyone be a healer? Yes, but only if you have done personal development or something like that, because you're sort of um, you're not you're what's the relation there? I mean,
What I mean is that you cannot give something to other people that you don't master for yourself.
uh, mm,
In a way, and that's different with teaching a subject that you're not like you do not have to be an economist to teach economy in school probably, but with a healer it's different because uh, well that so that's talking about ethics already within being a healer, like how can you treat another person when you cannot just treat a person um, if you only know the trait, you need because it's working with the psyche and because it's working with the person. Um, for me, that ethical ethically, I don't I don't feel that's a good thing. No,
I
there are
have,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a link. The link there is to the word personal development, because it kind of, in other ways, when we use the word personal and other combinations with other words, it's usually like personal responsibility or person. It implies the self, and like the starting point is the self, and you need to do it by yourself. Like I can't do your personal development.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so that's yeah, I think we already defined something important here. Like personal development means something that each person has to do by themselves. And the word development also shows that uh, uh, how do we put it back there? It's the energy fields. I want to like tie the knot for the first episode. So it's the energetic fields. Things can happen in the energetic field that we aren't aware of. There can be like holes and discrepancies, and things can happen there, and a healer can notice these things. And you can go to a healer and get help, but you can also can it sort of sort itself out if you do other types of personal development, like
Yes.
the energy field comes from the psyche, the all
It's a reflection. The energy field is a mirror of where you are in life, as you so correctly put it out there, the personal responsibility you already take in life, your maturity, your mindset. Do you live according to your value system? Are you holding up your own integrity? The more you do all of that, the more aligned you are and the less work a healer would have to do. Then you could visit a healer more in terms of being at a wellness session, because it's so nice, to like going to the spa. Like, it's nice to have a fixer upper and to enjoy yourself and to maybe dig even deeper, but in a nice way, not per se trauma work or something. But yes, so yes, there are definitely more ways to work on your personal development, and so yes, you can do it without the healer.
Yeah, you can't do it without the healer.
Yeah.
But who heals the healer? Like, who makes sure that the healer gets developed?
My opinion, the healer would have to do a lot of work on him herself as well.
Yes.
Also connect with colleagues and exchange, and but you have to do extra self-care when you're in the line of work of healing. Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the most important thing is also to keep yourself grounded all the time, and to not lose contact with the earthly realms.
What does that mean for
What
me?
I mean, working with the subtle body can mean that you only want to well, that you feel very comfortable in the field of energy, but not with daily business, sort of say, or with daily life, with normal things. And you can use spiritual work or healing work as an escapism, maybe even, or you can do it but not be grounded. Only try to solve everything through meditation. But you have to the things that you learn during a healing session, a treatment, or meditation, all that you learn in the subtle body needs to be reflected again in your normal life.
Mm.
So let's say if you work on let's say a healer finds during a treatment on someone somewhere an emotional blockage, and they would say like, oh, here your throat, it feels very stuck, or they don't mention it but they feel it, and you talk about it a bit or not, or that depending on the session, but you do bring it up in a way. Usually this would mean like, okay, something needs to be expressed or needs to be worked through on a
Mm.
personal level or in relation to someone else or at work. And if you come across during treatment, then you can keep treating this, and something might resolve here. But you also need to learn, okay, what can I take from this, and who in daily life maybe I would have to confront, or what grief am I holding, or what
You,
has to be
the
said.
healer, like you yourself. So it's in a way you're when you're how should I say this? Because this resonates a lot with me. Like whatever you're in treatment with the other person about,
Yeah.
also is for you, kind of thing. So you,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Is that what you meant when you said that? Who do you need to
No,
talk?
what I meant now was I thought that you said, okay, what did you mean about what you see in the energy world that needs to be brought to earthly life? This is what I
Ah,
meant, also in the treatment. But
mm.
I think you referred to what does the healer need to take back?
Yeah,
Or
I thought that yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I thought you were saying that also when you are the healer and you notice this in your patient, it also goes for maybe like you yourself are thinking, what do I need to bring out
Oh,
in this?
also, yeah,
Yeah,
actually, that goes both ways. Yes, yeah, you
yeah,
also have to do that for yourself. Yeah,
yeah.
eventually.
I find that that happens a lot when I talk to people that they bring up something that I am just about to sort of resolve myself. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That happened now for the 50th time uh,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
week. You know, I the same issue, so we get this time. But I think the one very interesting thing here is that the healer has the most um, the task of the healer is to be to work on personal development much more than anyone else.
Yes. Yeah, you actually have more work to do. Yes.
Yeah, and you need
Yeah.
to do it all the time, not just once a week.
Yes.
Or, yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Should we let that be the end of the first call?
Yes. Let's.
Yeah.